Watercooler. Hey. Watercooler. Watercooler.
Hello and welcome to Watercooler, episode number 267. Woo! Also known as 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 60.
That makes it sound like more than that.
It
Hearing
does.
all that, I'm like, we're up to 600 episodes at least. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. Every time anybody whistles in amazement, I think of Guy Fieri. Well, anytime anyone does anything, I think of Guy Fieri because I love the
Or
man,
as his friends called him in high school, Guy.
Yeah, the shorthand. But I didn't know him in high school. I'll call him his formal name.
It was also Fieri back then.
Fieri.
Yeah.
When I saw him at SEMA, and there was when like kind of like when Adam Carolla goes out to a car show, everyone's like, "Oh, you got to see my car! You got to check out my car!" So everybody was just hounding Guy Fieri to see their car or his car, and they would take him to car, and I would follow Guy, and he would just look at every car and
Follow Guy or stalk him?
I followed him.
Was he like, "Hey,
reached a
Chris,
level.
come with me," or was it more like, "Just don't let him see us, and we can
Follow
stay
me.
behind him"?
Follow me, Chris.
Yeah.
Let's go look at some cars.
I don't
But I'm
mean to
gonna
throw
look
you off.
first. You have to be behind me. You look at them after because I'm Guy.
Yeah, he did have rules, but I think he was aware of it. So I wouldn't say stalked. I've done way worse.
You're like,
that
"I'm
would
just gonna follow
qualify
behind
it.
you."
That would qualify as stalking. But every
Well, he
time,
stalked him. He made sure he had enough potato chips,
That's very
electrolytes.
Hold on a second,
Kept
Chris.
Guy stalked.
yeah,
Like what have you done that's worse?
we're not getting it. I'm trying to talk to you. So Guy Fieri was looking around all these cars, and every time like, "Oh, check out my radio. Check out this new door I had installed." He would always go after every single thing. And now I always think whenever anyone whistles, I think of Guy doing that to these guys showing
It's
up
like
their
a
cars.
placating whistle.
Yeah. Oh, Jen, she always goes, "Oh, wow." And whenever she says that, I'm like, okay, you don't give an F.
I heard that was her review of our last podcast episode.
Yeah.
I thought it was a compliment, but
Yeah, I don't believe her. Oh, wow. All right. Well, anyway, you know how the show goes. My name is Chris Laxamana. This is a show where, as you heard, we just shoot the S and kick it Philly style. With me today, Caelan Biehn here.
What's going on?
Hi, Caelan.
Hi.
Gary Smith.
What's up?
What's up? Matt Fondiler's here.
hey, brother.
And Mike Dawson.
It's happening.
Oh, a lot's happening. California just lifted the stay-at-home order, so we might have some really great shays coming up because today is the Super Bowl of the Super Bowl.
That's right. Big day in the food world.
Yeah, I am looking forward to this, and I'm nervous because I want both teams to win, but only one can emerge as champion.
You seem really invested in this bracket the whole time, so I'm not surprised.
I am very invested in this bracket. I've said things that I may not have meant.
Did you
pay for?
Yeah.
Did you have some secret meeting with the HSF?
Why?
Because you seem awful platitudinary by them since you're sanctioning.
Well, if you would let me, I will finish that statement. I have said things that I didn't mean, and I've said more things that I really fucking meant.
They got you.
So
They got you, huh?
yeah, just they didn't
Got you.
they didn't get me. Come at me, HSF. They're like the academy.
Oh, we will.
In fact, we're going to use this clip as part of the evidentiary hearing.
Bring it. I would love to see what you're capable of. All right. We got a lot of show today. We got comments. We got a flick in. As I said, we have the Shay. A lot going on. Speaking of restaurants, though, I ordered some Thai food yesterday, takeout, of course, and I noticed something weird they were doing. I walked in to go pay for the thing, and you know all the chairs are up on the tables. There's only like a tiny space where you can actually be inside the restaurant. They had kind of blocked it off with other tables. So really just going up there, it's like a counter that they made where you just pay and then they give you your food and you're out. And like only one person can be in there at a time. But I noticed that they're set up for their music. Like they had the stereo receiver with the big volume knob on it, and on it said like Lee's iPad.
Sure.
And then there was an iPad on top of it, and I thought, okay, so it's hooked up to the iPad. And I look because I'm like, this music is just kind of weirdly generic. Can't really place it. And I look, and they had the game The Sims going in a restaurant. So they were playing the restaurant music from The Sims.
Whoa.
And I was just like, man,
This is meta.
This is meta, dude. I'm like listening to a restaurant playing music from a video game playing restaurant music. I don't know. I just thought get some Pandora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Come on.
That's
this is
fucking crazy.
that seems harder to do than
At first, I thought they were just playing the background music for the video game, but you're saying they were playing the music in a
restaurant
from
the video game. The video game The Sims.
Did it also have like?
I gotta take my hat off to them.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty clever.
Yeah.
Did it have the like chatter of a crowd and the clinking of silverware?
It was an empty restaurant. So yeah, maybe they close it. Yeah.
Keeping it real.
And I was just like, there's something going on here. I don't know. But then maybe it's like maybe they take it really legit, Mike, and they want to pay they don't want to pay ASCAP and BMI, and they consider that if we did pay it and we don't have the license, we gotta
A smart Caelan flickable.
That's flickable to me, yeah. Just because it's so weird. Why not?
I was taken aback.
How was the feel? Did it feel right? Or was it strange right off the bat?
It was a little strange, just a little bit strange. Not because I just maybe it might have been because I already like when I saw it became strange. I don't remember what happened, but my eyes just went there, and I just thought that iPad is just playing The Sims.
I've never played The Sims, so I don't know what that music sounds like, but it does sound like a genius move to me.
Let me explain this game.
I know the game.
The Sims.
Yeah, I've never played it either, but I'm fully aware of what it is.
Chris, I have a practical question to ask.
Sure.
What was on the menu?
Got some curry.
What kind? What color?
Yellow. Is
Ah,
that
good
all
choice.
you care about, Matt?
Well, when
no.
it comes to curry,
What's your favorite curry?
Yellow.
Yeah, yellow is great.
Yep.
Now,
don't sleep on the yellow curry,
Go on.
man.
I'm just curious why you took umbrage
Now-
to the yellow curry when that's your favorite. Wouldn't you say, sweet dude, that's my go-to?
Yeah.
yeah,
all right.
I kind of got that. I kind of got that flavor.
All right.
Now, Matt, the real question is because when you go to a Thai place and you order curry, at least out here, I don't know if this is super legit or not, but they ask me mild, medium, or hot. And man, you can get, pardon the pun, burned if you choose wrongly. Like, I think I can handle spicy. I'll take the medium.
Destroyed.
Yeah, and it's the hottest thing I've ever had.
Yeah. I take my chances with the medium.
You do.
That's just the staple I'm going for. You know, if I'm playing a video game, I'm playing it on normal.
Yeah.
If I order Thai food, I'm going medium.
Do you ever get hot blind in anything?
Ask that question again.
Like, do you ever get hot going into do you ever order hot?
No.
First experience.
First experience, yeah.
No, because I just don't order hot, period.
Do you ever get medium from a place and then go back there and the next time decide I'm bumping it up?
The only time I've ever done that, not for Thai food, but for one of the best fried chicken places around here, 24 Hot, I decided to go for the hot after trying the medium and feeling like, yeah, that was pretty great, but I could go for a bit more. No. Back to medium. Back to medium.
And that's a thing that is, like Thai places, place to place, because my favorite version of 24 Hot down in Orange County, I was able to bump it up to not their hottest, but they're hot, and it's delicious.
Caelan, higher on the bean scale, 24 Hot or Gus's?
To be honest, I'm not a big fan of 24 Hot. Now, I think this is because of a not bad, but an unfavorable experience I had with a Nashville chicken sandwich fairly recently.
Did you shit your
So,
pants?
Damn it!
how did you know?
Can we not talk about Nashville chicken sandwiches?
They're everywhere, Chris.
I know they're everywhere, but why does it have to be about shitting your pants?
Someone brought it up.
Well, there was an episode where you went to Hattie B's.
Okay,
I don't know if he
I don't
remembers
really
it.
want you to.
Can you
I don't
explain
really
what
want.
happened?
I don't
Are
know.
you listeners?
He seems confused. I figured I'd
I'm not
explain
confused.
it.
I'm very clear now. Thank you.
Gus's fried chicken is my favorite fried chicken, so I'm going with that one anyway.
Yeah.
Gus is pretty dope, but I'll also say 24 Hot. We get the
spicy.
sandwich. We don't go for
Yeah.
just fried chicken.
I don't think it's really fair to compare the two because Gus's does fried chicken and does it excellently, but Nashville hot chicken I wouldn't really put up against fried chicken. They do it differently. There's more breading, I feel. There's certainly a lot of spice involved. I
Yeah, I don't think they should be compared either.
No, because
I know. God forbid we compare chicken to chicken.
No.
Well, no, Dawson, because what I'm saying is,
I will
at a
never.
fried chicken place, you're just judging it based on the chicken, but you can easily fuck up a good piece of fried chicken in a Nashville hot chicken sandwich by doing the sauce wrong, or the slaw wrong, or the pickles wrong, or the wrong kind of bread. Like, you can easily fuck up a good piece of fried chicken. I would argue you can take a piece of Gus's fried chicken, put it together with all the stuff for the Nashville hot, and not have it work, or have it work, depending on how you do it.
So what you're saying is, if I understand correctly, you can dress up a Nashville hot chicken in a sandwich and with accoutrement
Yeah,
and make it
they're different meals.
better. Or,
They're different meals. Can't do it. Look,
think what he's trying to
as
say.
a guy who owns a few orchards /
yes,
farms.
Chris Orchard Farms.
Look, I grow apples and I grow oranges, and I want to tell you which one's better, but it'd be like
Comparing apples to oranges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So
That's where they got the thing.
I
You
know-
can't compare chicken to chicken.
yeah, I know. See, they're both. I know they're both fruit.
I get it.
but you can't. You just can't. And
Chicken
and I
is
tried.
my favorite fruit, by the way.
All right. Well, anyway, let's get going with some comments. Well, actually, Caelan,
Yeah.
how's your palate doing? You told me that you've been doing a lot of heat lately.
Yeah, well, I told you, I think yesterday, I think my palate is somehow like acclimated even more to heat because my go-to at Wingstop is Cajun, which is just a step down from their hottest. And I even got it yesterday, and I eat that now, and it's like eating nothing. Like, I don't even really feel the spice
It's
anymore.
like eating Paquito Moss.
Like water. Yeah, and the things that were spiciest to me, yeah, I'm able to handle them a lot easier now.
It's like a meth addiction.
Yeah, I'm worried
Yeah.
about
Dragon,
you.
bro.
I need to detox.
So what I'm hearing is we should once again steal from Hot Ones and have Caelan eat super hot food on
Yeah.
the podcast.
Would you do that? Would you do the wing challenge?
The only thing that's keeping me back from that is my palate has acclimated to the spice, but my stomach has not. I get a lot of stomach aches.
All right. Well, let's get going with some listener comments.
It's time for listener
Well, we talked about it earlier in the show today, but the HSF has a logo now.
Oh, I saw that.
Joe
looks great.
Gicero.
Great job, Joe.
Yeah, he made a hot spoon food logo, or he found it. I don't know. I mean,
We had several versions of it that were on a hard drive. Maybe it got compromised. I don't know, but I'm glad to see that he only leaked one of the designs.
yeah. So we should just Joe run.
Yeah.
You should run. Matthew Caelan, he says, "I wish I had appreciated them while I had the chance. Live every wipe like it's your last." And then he put a picture of some windshield wiper repairs.
Thank God.
That was a close one. But going back to me saying that, yeah, save your wipes.
Yeah, dude.
Or don't listen to me. That's actually that's not what she'd be saying. Joe Urbanek, he says he's loving my best mat life. I think he meant living.
Maybe he's loving it too.
He might be, if
If you were living it, you would be loving it.
that is exactly right. If you're living
Just
your
like the
best mat
Zeppelin
life.
song.
He posted a picture. He has a Seltzy in hand, and he's sitting in the hot tub,
Yep.
a la Fondiler, which, I mean, we've gone over this. There's nothing better than the hot and the cold mixed together.
It's pretty great.
I've eaten an ice cream in a jacuzzi, and top 5 moment of my life.
I like that.
And then he posted, he says, although it's probably not 20 degrees at Matt's house very often, Joe's being a one-upper here.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then he posted a picture of a great moment in Watercooler history, and it was us doing the Bird Box Challenge.
Totally forgot about that.
I did too.
Completely forgot we did that.
So did I, and I had no idea Bernie Sanders was in the room.
Yeah, the Bernie meme was in there too with his blindfold. So yeah, I mean, I forgot we did that too. We are a pioneer of podcasting.
Can I also just say about the hot tub pics that guy posted? Love the color changing bulb. He had the light going from green to red to blue. That's something that at the Fondiler house they do not have. They just use the light blue / white kind of light. But I had an experience on my honeymoon at a friend's house in a hot tub that had the multicolor changing light. It's amazing.
Now-
Totally worth the upgrade.
When I saw that, I was wondering if maybe he had located Insomniac.
That did seem like he might be there.
Yeah, that does seem like, or at least seeing lights like that it's in Insomniac was here sign, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's some floating bracelets.
I think if you looked at the picture with a black light, you would suddenly see the scrawl revealed in the tile.
Oh, I miss that guy. It's been too long.
Stopped asking about him too.
Well, it's just it depresses me.
I know. I feel you. It is kind of depressing.
It hurt every time I would hear that he wasn't around.
Yeah.
So it just I didn't want to bother.
I feel that.
Matt, do you F with lighting like ambiance in rooms or like the Philips Hue lighting, LEDs, anything like that?
I mean, I have a dimmer switch in the living room, so if we're gonna
Like,
watch
what
a
about
movie,
color,
I'll
though?
dim the light down. No, do not have the colored lights in my house at all.
I have them in my office at the studio. Wait, what's wrong,
Nothing.
Gary?
Yeah.
Wait, I want to know.
No, I have a couple of those hue lights. They're great.
But why did you give a
lucky
weird
you.
look?
Matt just always being negative about colored is really fucking.
Oh no.
I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable, and I'm very sorry, but I reacted.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the colored lights and setting like a different kind of mood.
Was it Christmas time? One time a year you should have colored lights up. It's fucking Christmas time. That's it.
Yeah,
So you are hardcore against colored lights.
At any other time of the year,
Wow.
I will say so.
Wow.
well, yeah. It's very,
Chris, do you have
I mean,
any
that's a hill to die on.
Do you live in the
though.
red light district?
Seriously.
Chris, do you have any of the LED strip lighting that you can put like behind your TV and stuff like that?
I don't have any of that, but I do put that in my guitar pedal board.
Really?
Yeah, so when I look down at my feet, it's lit. It's lit very nicely. I don't know. I enjoy the different lighting scenarios, and Hue like comes with like different presets. Like they have a tropical twilight. And it's like purple and green. And,
Wow.
And then they have one that's like hibiscus, pink and yellow kind of thing. And it's like I feel like I'm in the middle of a flower.
Yeah, this is like too much thought being put into lighting.
I like when
you
you're
would
driving
think.
down a neighborhood at night and you see those guys who think outside the box and they put a colored light on their porch.
Yeah, I've seen that.
You're driving by and somebody's got a green light on their porch.
That's a weed deal.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's a signal.
Yeah, no. I wonder. I bet there's some underground, like, what these lights mean.
I just feel like
the
anything
underworld.
to like make your house stand out at nighttime is not a savvy idea. Like it's just saying like a green light especially is like, come here, we have drugs and or money in here.
What if it's a green light that illuminates this house is monitored 24/7 by security cameras?
I suppose the sign goes a long way.
Yeah. But I would suggest trying to get like a lamp or something that kind of changes the vibe.
Start
I'm a
with
big
lava.
vibe guy.
Yeah, maybe
Start
I
with
should,
lava.
I
Dawson's
should
a
do
big lava
lamp.
guy.
Start
That's
with
true.
lava. They're nice.
I do,
Matt,
I do
really
like a
easy
lava
way to
lamp.
do it.
That's true.
Now, Matt, as someone who also has the Philips Hue light, I absolutely do not advise you get one. They're very dumb, and I find no use to them whatsoever.
Okay, good to know.
I don't know.
I feel like I'm in a flower, Matt.
To each his own. I haven't found the flower setting. I am
send
sort of intrigued by the ones that you can plug into your TV, and then based on what's on the TV, it expands the light.
I find that distracting. So you put these LEDs behind your TV, so your wall is backlit behind it.
But you
Okay.
plug it in through your HDMI, and it figures out based on what you're watching. So if you're watching like a scene from The Hobbit where you're out in a meadow and it's all green, then the lights will be green. But if you are watching like the inside of a spaceship where everything's white, it'll be like white around the edges. And
Yeah.
it's supposed to like
Crazy.
It looks cool. I don't know practically how much I would like it after more than like one movie, but it
Fine.
looks cool.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet, but I mean, I'm a vibe guy as we've been over this, so maybe I would dig it. Who knows? But yeah, try it. Do yourself a flavor. Get some colored lights. Let's see. David Hundley, he asks a question. He's listening to the archives, and he caught Gary, when he got me the pickle of the month thing for my birthday a few years ago, which was very thoughtful. Love myself some pickles, still do. And he thought it was a really awesome gift, and he'd like to do something like that for his wife For Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day is coming up.
Piccolo of the Month Club. Perfect Valentine's gift.
Something similar.
You don't even have to have it delivered.
Yeah.
Anybody have good recommendations or cool ideas like this one? What do you guys think?
I mean, you're not going to top Piccolo of the Month Club. What girl doesn't want
Very
that?
true.
Respect all women.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be hard to do without knowing what your wife's into, but I feel like even more so than when I got Chris the Pickle of the Month Club, there are subscription boxes for every kind of interest now. Like, you just, if you're into something, just Google that and subscription box, and it's going to come up.
Whiskey, screwdrivers, anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
She's probably really into beef jerky.
yeah, beef jerky.
Check that out.
There probably is some really dope beef jerky.
Oh, I
ones.
just thought of what he's got to get her.
Oh boy.
Patreon subscription, Watercooler, videotape her reaction.
ruin your wife's Valentine's Day.
But if you are,
Let's put it out there to all the listeners.
Oh,
Yes.
no,
Any listener
no
out there
challenge.
who's not sure what to get their significant other,
Nothing would delight me
Patreon
more.
subscription, and
now,
film it.
I will advise, have jewelry for after the video ends, because that's not going to go well if that's the end of the joke.
Yeah, there might be more consequences. I will recommend this, David. I've been doing this with Jen, and it worked out, especially during the holidays. Is just pay attention all year to just something that your wife's like,
This
oh, that's
advice
cool.
is coming a little late for
No, for
a lot of
future-
our listeners.
well, no,
it's
future
actually
reference.
perfect because this is for next Christmas.
for next
year.
for
Okay.
next year or this Christmas or her birthday or
For
whatever.
everything, yeah.
Just whatever she says. Oh, that's kind of cool, or that's nice. Write it down in your phone, and just so you don't forget it. And it's kind of cool because if they never get that thing, and you get it for her for Christmas, you're like, oh, that thing you mentioned a few months ago, I remember it and I got it for you.
That's good.
You look even more badass.
I'll go a step further. Just order that shit and put it in the closet or hide it somewhere so you have it when
Ooh,
the
even
next
better idea.
gift
That's
giving
good.
occasion comes along. Christmas, birthday, Valentine's Day.
Yeah. You wonder what to put in your safe. It's you just got to stock up on potential gifts for your wife.
And good luck not letting her know the password to the safe for the entire year.
Yeah, that's. I think that's what we're doing here. We're giving relationship advice. I think it's wonderful. Chris Logan. Oh, I like this one. He writes, "Okay, Bobo Army. Name something that everyone in the world seemed to know, but you had no idea." And he gave an example of his. He said that he said he never made the connection that Flo Rida was Flo Rida because he was from Florida. It's Florida with a hyphen in it. Flo Rida.
Dawson, do you have any idea who Flo Rida is?
I've read the word a few times. I've never heard any of. I've always thought it was a chick. It's not a chick.
It's not.
Okay.
No.
But no. Every time I've said it, every time I've seen it, I've been like, "Oh yeah, dude, your name's Florida."
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So and then some other ones. Jake Zerby says he didn't. He realized that Funyuns are fun onions. Funyuns because they're shaped like onions. This one always blew a lot of people's minds. Arby's. Vince Jacobo says Arby's is RB, the letter RB, which is roast beef, their main dish. And man, I love myself some Arby's. Johnny Shine says a friend of mine wondered why Donald Glover was why he was in all of Childish Gambino's music videos. I had to break it to him that they are the same person.
Good.
And then Chris Logan also says that it was definitely this calendar year that I realized the Alphabet song and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star are the same damn melody.
They're close. That one I tried to replicate in my head. I feel like
They're the same.
Are they?
Yeah, and I'm going to blow Chris's mind. Baba Black Sheep also same melody.
Wow, that just blew my mind.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because if you can play one of them on the piano, then you can play 3 songs on the piano.
I feel like there's that I was today years old meme that's
Yeah.
been going around, and that has definitely brought up a bunch of things.
You guys know that our national anthem is an English drinking song, right?
Did not know that.
Yeah.
The tune or like
The tune.
Okay.
Yeah,
The
it's
melody?
yeah. Took it from a song you could
Mr.
sing in pubs
Scott Key.
with your friends while you're. Yeah. Now he
Interesting.
wrote the words. He didn't write the melody.
He's the lyricist.
Yeah.
Kimberly Evans. Oh, this one was cool. This one blew my mind. I didn't know about this one. Dawson, you know that spoon in your like where your spatulas are? It's a spoon with a little
It's got teeth.
Yeah,
and
it
then
has
there's
teeth,
a hole in the
and there's
middle.
a hole
You
in the
use
middle,
it to
yes.
scoop pasta. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that one. There's
It's
a
a
big
strainer spoon.
Yeah, there's one big hole in the middle.
Oh, one big hole. I don't know one with one big hole in the middle.
You might have seen it. Yeah.
What is that? Probably to get eggs?
No, what it is that hole it is for to let water out too, but if it's really meant to be one serving of spaghetti if you put all the spaghetti in through the hole.
Oh, I've seen that crap before.
You got to
But,
do that
yeah,
before you boil it, though.
You got to
Yeah.
be raised by a
They don't
Sicilian
tell you
mother.
that. They don't tell you that. It's
If you're
really
raised
hard.
by a Sicilian mother, you know how much pasta to cook.
Right.
There you go. And I disagree because I could eat an F load of spaghetti, and I think that just
Yeah.
that much spaghetti, I'd be pretty bummed.
I would
Well,
say,
because
too,
leftover spaghetti is the greatest thing in the world. One of them.
one person trying to dictate what a serving size is to another, this is just pointless.
Yeah.
I get it from a nutritional standpoint, but just give up.
Yeah, it should be a case by case basis.
Yeah.
Caelan, what's the best noodle?
Just traditional.
You're going to have to be a bit more specific
Spaghetti.
than that, bro.
There's a lot of tradition out there.
Spaghetti?
You
Yeah.
prefer the spaghetti over the fusilli?
I don't
Yeah.
know what that is.
What about
I'm today when I learned of a spaghetti called fusilli.
Wow, Caelan. You were almost there. I'm
What if-
today.
what about a fettuccine or a linguine?
No, I would rather just go with the spaghetti. If
about-
I only had to have one for the rest of my life, it would be spaghetti.
No penne?
Angel
Over
hair?
spaghetti. Nope.
Capellini?
Just the thick spaghetti or
Yep.
thin spaghetti or vermicelli?
What about penne? You seem
Or
like a
angel
penny
hair
guy.
pasta.
Penne
I do
guy.
like penne.
Penne's
Penne
great.
arrabbiata is actually my favorite pasta.
Oh, but it's
But
your
you'd
favorite
always,
pasta.
But I'd always pick spaghetti. What?
Because I'm eating it with one dish. Spaghetti, the noodle can go with a lot more than just, I don't know, a spicy tomato sauce.
Where do egg noodles come into this?
Yeah, not a huge fan of egg noodles.
All right. Your logic once again makes no sense, but you are the bean master. All right, Stephanie Lynn Rinker says Dawson's reaction to discovering the weed in his microphone was the best moment in podcast history. And I agree.
That was cooked, Stephanie. We planned that. We rehearsed the whole
You
thing.
wish.
If you watch the video,
all
there's
scripted.
then get
Just
Dawson
like
the
the Hills.
Academy Award. Casey
We
Peters
hired,
also loved it
hired
too.
the same producer and writer from The Hills and have them working on this show now. That was really good, though.
That was
we should
fun.
give them a raise.
That was great.
They did a great job. Steven Cristiano agrees. Hulu's interface, their user interface sucks balls. Ryan Huff.
Hey, wait, can we back up a little bit? Is anyone going to chime in with something that they didn't learn until they were embarrassingly
Oh,
old in
sure.
life?
Oh, what do you have? I couldn't think of one.
I have one.
because I know so much.
That's kind of embarrassing. I think I told Matt this recently. I was probably at least older than 28 when I learned it was nip it in the bud as opposed to nip it in the butt. Yeah. I don't know why I thought
That's a
that.
good one.
I'm an idiot, but
Yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah.
that was a common one. Yeah, nip it in the bud because it's like a gardening thing.
And I also used to confuse what was correct between, and I still don't think I know, but close to the vest and close to the chest.
Oh, what is it?
Do we need both?
I don't know.
I thought we could do either one works.
I think they both do, but
I think they
there's
both
one
work
that's
because
proper.
they're poker terms.
Yeah, keep it close to the vest. I think close to the vest is.
I think that's the one that's most common.
That's definitely the one in the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
what's the one in Citizen Kane?
Chest.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's tough. But yeah, if you guys think of any more, let me know. Feel free. What? I don't know. I like.
I feel like
them.
I'm the only idiot out on the island here.
No,
I
Oh, I got a
really-
million.
not at all. I
It's
just
happened
can't
to
think
me
of
a
them.
million times. I can't think of one of them.
Yeah, same.
It's going to hurt my brain if I try.
same. And I've probably said like 3 things incorrectly already. That
Yeah.
I will also say that the Arby's one that was posted was the only one that I knew out of all the other ones that were posted. So
You didn't know Donald Glover was Childish Gambino, Caelan?
what?
Taylor, you lived with me for like 2 years. I probably went to 3 Childish Gambino concerts in that time.
Yeah, Caelan's like, this is the worst stand-up act I've ever seen. Let's see. Ryan Huff was very confused. He says, after what happened to Gary in his Jewish frat, I'm surprised he's still a waffle man. We went over the breakfast foods,
Yeah.
and Gary famously hashtag that's not, was it?
Those aren't my waffles.
Those aren't my waffles. And Gary said he loves waffles the best. So yeah, I like. It's nice you don't hold a grudge against a food.
Yeah. No, I mean, you move on and you grow.
As soon as I walked out, go ahead, finish.
I was all
Okay.
done.
As soon as I walked out to get a claw, I remembered that I was 30-something years old when I realized that it was Amy Mann who sang the background vocals in Rush's Time Stand Still.
Oh, I didn't know
And
that.
that's something well, there you
I'm
go.
30-something years old. There you go.
I just remembered a video.
Sorry. Dawson opened a claw. I played the long one, damn it.
This is a bit of a departure subject-wise, but I just realized I need to bring this up with you guys. I had one of the most bizarre coincidences that's ever happened to me.
Sure.
When we did our Patreon show on Wednesday of last week, some listener wrote in to discuss a soup that they wanted involved in the soup bowl called Vichy Soisé or Vichy Soie. Do you guys remember this?
Yes.
It's like a cold soup. We had a conversation about it.
Yeah, juice.
Yeah, get that
It's a bowl of juice.
Never heard of this soup in my life before. It was brought up on Wednesday. Wednesday evening, I go home. My wife and I are in the middle of rewatching Mad Men. And on the season 2 episode premiere, Don Draper calls up room service and orders Vichy Soisé.
Whoa.
How fucking crazy is that to never hear that word ever in your life and then hear it in 2 different contexts
same
within
day.
3 hours?
That's nuts.
Yeah, it's the. I got to Google it just to make sure I said this right. The Bader-Meinhof phenomenon.
Let's come again.
It's where where something recently learned suddenly appears everywhere. Like, I didn't know that, and then you just see it everywhere. They have a name for
Crazy.
it. The Bader-Meinhof phenomenon. It's this, the seeming appearance of a newly learned concept in unexpected places that you just started paying attention to.
I always called that like the Slumdog Millionaire
the
moment.
Slumdog Millionaire moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do love your Slumdog Millionaire moments too.
But anyway, I just thought that was fucking super weird. It was such a random word to hear, and then to hear it on Mad Men was just totally bizarre.
I agree.
Anyway.
I agree. I love that though. You just learned something new. All right. There's a heavy hitting poll that Kimberly Evans posted. Caelan,
Yeah,
I want you to think about this one.
I'll think about it.
You too, Das. If you had, Matt, you're okay.
I won't bother.
Don't do it.
If you had to pick one, chopsticks for fingers or arms that won't bend? I already know mine, but Das, what do you think?
I have to go chopsticks for fingers.
You pick chopsticks for fingers? You won't be able to play guitar. How are you going to type like that? Ugh. I mean, I guess you can do it.
Let the man pick his
But
answer.
are you going to be able to play guitar with arms that don't bend?
I guess not. Yeah,
I think you could figure it out with chopsticks without fingers.
but at least you can play like piano.
Because I mean, at least, you know, you got a built-in capo, so you get tuned to E, and then you can throw a slide on one of those chopsticks. So you can still that was my thinking on the
I
whole
love
thing.
guitar humor.
This guitar humor is just killing with the people that play guitar.
Reality. This is reality.
Wow, to the musicians out there, I hope you're having as much fun as I'm not.
That's great. Yeah, chopsticks for fingers, the right answer. Go ahead, Caelan. What do you say?
Yeah, I would also go chopsticks for fingers because, I mean, what is the argument you can make for arms that don't bend that isn't also just going to apply?
Yeah?
If your arms don't bend, then what's the point?
I think you underestimate. Oh, I guess if you still have fingers, if you have arms that don't
if you
bend.
need to pick something up, I mean,
But yeah,
I feel like they both present
at
serious
least learn
butt
it.
wiping challenges.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, we forget about the necessities. That's tough. But yeah, I'll pick chopsticks for fingers. Plus, I can eat like Doritos and potato
couldn't even
chips.
eat.
Get to the bottom of the bag easier. Right?
smart. You got one of those. Your pinky could really stir the drink.
Dude.
Stir a hell of a drink.
I'd be
Stir
such a
stick.
yeah. I'd be such a Pringles guy.
Chopsticks.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Mm-hmm. What about you, Gary?
I think chopsticks is fingers.
I think unanimous.
I think it has to be the answer.
All right. Well, there we go. There you go, Kimberly. We got 2 more here. Katie Lisniewski. She did something very brave. Along with her fiance Eric. They took their engagement photos and they wore our shirts.
That's pretty awesome.
don't think that's brave. That's heroic.
It's heroic.
It's amazing.
Yeah, Eric. She writes, Eric and I just got our engagement photos back, and we couldn't pass up this opportunity to show some love to the Boba Boys. And Eric's wearing the Watercooler Ramones shirt, and Katie is wearing the Dawson shirt. So Dawson, your face is in an engagement shoot.
That's wonderful.
I believe Katie is one of the founding members of the Facebook group.
Oh, well, thank you, Katie. We really appreciate it. Oh, and just a reminder, if anybody wants to join in on this Facebook group, facebook.com/group/BobaBoyArmy Worldwide LLC.
Pretty great community, I gotta say. I look forward to scanning those posts every morning.
It's super fun. Yeah, like people have dogs, food. It's just really whatever's on your mind. It's that's kind of what the show is. So it works out.
I've gone from hating Facebook to mildly enjoying it based solely on that group.
Yeah, you guys are making us really enjoy Facebook again. Kevin McCarthy. Oh, this one's kind of deep. I don't know. Oh, we'll get into it, and we don't have to answer if anybody doesn't have any examples. But he writes, have you guys ever been heartbroken? I mean, flat out, can't eat, can't sleep, can't even rank soup. No, I'm not depressed, but there were times when I felt this way, and I wonder who has the most heartbreaking story. It's probably Caelan. But I wouldn't be surprised if Dawson had the real gut-wrenching story.
I decline to answer.
Or it's probably just Chris, since he is such a pussy.
Can't believe you read that part.
Yeah.
You talked over the part where Chris read the end of his thing where he said kidding.
Kidding. It's I did correct him. He put, since she is such a pussy, but I think he did mean me. Unless he was like double hitting me.
You never know. Double insult.
So yeah, of course we've had our heart broken many times. I mean, I've my first girlfriend, she gave me that call summer after junior year. Hey, I need to come over. We need to talk, because she had to do it in person, and I knew what was coming. She was ghosting me for like a little bit before that too. So then she calls me and says she needs to talk. And as she's on her way there, all of a sudden I just got this weird sudden urge to just start doing push-ups. And I just did push-ups all the way until she got there. Just kept doing push-ups.
Getting it out.
I was so nervous. I've never felt anything like it. She broke up with me. And then...
you know what's good if you run out of push-ups? Otter Pops.
I was not...
Really,
I didn't
really
realize,
good
they both... Both of them
I like where your head's
could
at,
soothe
though.
my
Yeah,
anxiety.
I'd go for the push-ups.
Yeah, so... Well, you know what I actually did get, Dawson, was later that day, I went and met up with some friends.
Did you get an It's It?
Oh.
Did you get an It's It?
What is an It's It?
You've never had an It's It?
One of the greatest desserts of all time.
Oh, man. All right, go on.
Well, I did have one of the greatest desserts of all time, though. So one of my buddies, after we jammed, he was like, hey, man, I know you're not feeling good. Let's go hang out. And we walk down Main Street in Seal Beach, and he buys me a Pizookie at BJ's. The Pizookie, or Pizookie, as they say in the commercial, which I disagree.
No, it's Pizookie.
Yeah, it should be called Pizookie. It's just a super warm... Oh,
it's like a brownie cookie thing?
It's a cookie.
It's exactly
it's
a cookie with ice cream.
Cast
cooked
iron.
in a skillet.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
I'd love one.
And as I said, mix the hot
Never
and the
had
cold.
one.
It's like it's just like eating jacuzzi with ice cream in a jacuzzi, but the jacuzzi is a chocolate cookie. You get to eat that
kind
too.
of hard to have in a jacuzzi.
Yeah, don't
The skillet doesn't really do so well in the water.
If someone could invent a way for me to enjoy Pizookie in a jacuzzi,
A jacuzzi bazooki.
a jacuzzi zuki, then yeah, then
Jacuzzi zuki sounds like something else there,
Yeah,
buddy.
no, I
Yeah,
don't
don't
want any
Google
part of that. Dawson, next time you're near a BJ's, do yourself a flavor.
Yeah.
They're great, and I think they now have one that they divide up, and it's 3 different cookie flavors in the one skillet.
Bro, welcome to the future. They've been doing that for years. You could request multiple cookie combinations.
Wow.
Shows you how often I go to BJ's.
Yeah, it's been a while for me too.
And I've told this story in Daves of Thunder, but short story, I went to prom. Oh, no, I went to winter formal with the girl that I thought was the girl of my dreams, and then she ended up with my best friend that night.
Sharing a Pizookie.
Sharing a Pizookie.
Sort of.
And then I left the after party and slept in my Nissan Sentra at a park. Cried myself to sleep until a cop knocked on my window and said, "You can't be here."
Caelan,
Yeah.
sleeping in a Nissan Sentra in a park crying until the cops come and get you. Flickable?
You had me until the crying part.
That's very true. You're pretty badass doing that until you're crying.
I've taken a car nap or two. They're not bad.
Oh,
Okay, for the record, I'm against car naps.
So all in unflickable.
Car naps.
I think it's unflickable too.
Seem extremely dangerous.
I didn't
A
handle
car
that.
nap is only appropriate during a road trip or something.
Yeah, not a park car nap. Caelan, how do you sleep? How do you take car naps? What do? Do you just recline the seat all the way back? You go on the back seat?
Please tell me the car's in park.
It is. And yes, I do recline the seat all the way down. I'll tell a quick story. I went up to Big Bear with a friend of mine to go snowboarding. And we went up kind of late, and we were waiting for the person whose cab it was to come up to Big Bear. So we kind of parked in front of this like Italian restaurant and put our seats back and took a nap. Woke up about, 45 minutes, an hour later. And I noticed that my car lights were on and just shining into this restaurant for like a full hour. I felt so bad.
Oh, God. Did you move? Did you repark the car?
Yeah, after an
get
hour.
the fuck out of there.
Who is this guy?
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
And then you got broken up with?
Those headlights, man, they shine.
It was like full
Full
paint.
blast?
Yeah, full blast and full just the whole window.
Especially when it's dark. Big Bear, there's not a lot of street lights or lighting around there, so those things will really pop. Remember I told you that story of when I went camping with Jen and we went into like a campground and we got there at night and we had to pitch a tent in the pitch black dark, and we don't even camp that much. We don't even know how to put this thing together, and we're to that point, kind of like when you assemble IKEA furniture with your significant other. You're like guaranteed a little bickering and an argument because you're getting on each other's nerves. And we were at that point, and Jen's like, I need light. I'm going to turn on the headlights of our car so we can see. And I'm like, no, there are lots of other campers around here, and you're going to pull a Caelan and just totally mess with them. We can't do that. And she's like, we have to. And she gets to the car, turns the headlights on. They shine like 50 yards into the distance, and at the end of it is a tree that just lights up. And at the bottom of the tree are two girls squatting, peeing. and we're all just like frozen.
Don't do that.
They're just squatting, peeing, and they look like raccoons. They're just like they're frozen in panic. We're frozen. And then it's just silence for like 5 seconds, and then just one of them just goes, "Can you please turn those off?"
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's great.
That's an often unwritten rule or unbroadcast rule of camping.
Yeah.
Do not use your headlights unless you're driving at night.
Yeah.
You know, get a flashlight.
We learned it. We learned it the hard way. And anyway, we love good headlight stories. All right, we got a lot of show today. Let's get to flicking. You good, Caelan?
Yeah.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Because I want to hear about this French TV show.
We all want to know what they Your opinion's what we need. So Caelan, get on that mic and flick the bean. Oh, Caelan, flick the bean.
Respect all women.
So today I am reviewing a French TV show.
Boring.
It's called Lupin, and part 1 is available now on Netflix. It's 5 episodes long, an hour each episode.
It's called Lupin.
Lupin, yeah.
Now the way
both of you guys, it's in French, so it's actually Lupin. Lupin.
oh
My wife speaks French. I was chastised for calling it Lupin.
wait, what is
Lupin.
it? The way it's spelled will
Lupin.
okay.
What did
I'm
you
not
guys
interested.
eat while you watched it, Matt? Charcuterie?
We did.
Yeah.
Charcuterie.
With your vichyssoise soup?
So it's a retelling of a classic French story about Arsène Lupin. Lupin. The world famous gentleman thief and master of disguise.
Ooh, I like it. I'm in.
Yeah, and this story follows Arsène Diop, who sets out to avenge his father for an injustice inflicted by a wealthy family.
Papa.
It stars Omar Sy. He's kind of just the main character. A lot of French credits, but I did find that he's in the Jurassic World movies. So there you go. Now, when I first, because I got to kind of
Who
look
does
up.
he play in the Jurassic World series?
I don't know. When I first looked this up, which was, I think, probably on, Wednesday or Thursday of last
He
week.
plays Jeff Goldblum.
That'd be great.
Probably Wednesday, because I told Matt about it on Thursday, I think. It was an 8.3 out of 10 on IMDb. As you know, when it comes to TV shows, I trust the IMDb score a lot more than the Rotten Tomatoes score. That's pretty high for an IMDb score, so I knew I had to check it out. It has since dropped to a 7.7.
Oh, there we
Still
go.
pretty good. Still pretty good, but it's currently at a 7.7 out of 10 on IMDb.
You know what that tells me? That the first couple episodes are awesome, and then had just like really biffed the finale or something.
Good use of the word.
No,
biffed.
that's not the case.
Okay.
But it's a
Biff
real
Tannen, bro.
it's a really fun show, and if you can handle subtitles and you want something light and fun to watch, I highly recommend it. It's just like a French Sherlock Holmes, and it's like a nice, easy, fun watch. And I was super excited after each episode ended to watch the next one, and I highly recommend it. And you won't be sorry if you do watch it. It's flickable. I give 7.1 out of 10.
Yeah. Read that guy's.
I think that the reason that it dropped is because when I researched, I looked it up a little bit after the show finished too, and it was getting like a lot of traction online. So I think it kind of blew up a little bit more, so more and more reviews came in recently.
Read his description of who he is again. A gentleman.
The world famous gentleman thief and master of disguise.
That's awesome.
If that's in your bio,
Yeah.
you're good.
So this says it's a comedy.
No.
Maybe the books have humor in them. Are you looking at the books?
I googled Lupin Netflix, and it
Lupin.
says, okay, that's definitely not what I googled. but
Lupin.
Yeah.
might be what came up, but it says crime film, mystery, comedy, drama.
Huh. I would.
And
I've
by the
also
way-
seen some of it. I would not say comedy.
Not a comedy.
And the main character is Chris Pratt's fellow raptor wrangler in the
Oh.
There you
Jurassic
go.
World
I had an
series.
instinct to say he worked with the Raptors, but then I remember that was Chris Pine.
and Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
was
Sports
Ice Cube's
fans
agent.
are laughing. I'm sorry, but that was
Because Raptors.
yeah. 'cause
On
Drake,
HBO
He
Max,
likes the
which
Jurassic Park movies. I don't understand.
yeah,
HBO Max, which is now on Roku, so I'm watching the F out of some HBO Max, Caelan. And
Nice.
they are hammering me to watch Gamora.
yeah.
Every
Because
time I
it's so
sign on,
good.
it's like, please, Chris, watch Gamora.
Season
That's-
3
it's good.
available now.
That's coming up for me too. I'll be watching that soon. And if you want some mindless reality show, if your girl or your
course.
wife is into that, House of Ho on HBO Max is an interesting one.
Oh, I think I did want to watch. Is that like the super rich Asians?
It's a very rich, very religious Vietnamese family in Houston, and it's just 8 episodes. It's like a Real Housewives type thing, but it's interesting.
I'll also recommend a great reality competition show
Ooh.
on Netflix. Season 2 came out, I think, yesterday, and I'm already 4 episodes in. Blown away. It's a competitive glass blowing show, and it is awesome.
I think you reviewed season 1 last
I
year.
think
It
I
got
did.
some
I
pretty
think I
high
did.
beans.
Yeah, we'll have that guy who's archiving all your tickets to
I had a
to
buddy
chime
in
in.
town this weekend, and my best friend from first grade. And late Saturday night, or late Friday night, we were just finding something on the Plex to watch. And he says, "You got to see this." And we put it on, and it's this documentary called "Alone in the Wilderness." It's about this guy in 1967 at the age of 50. He just fucking goes up to the Alaskan Peninsula and builds himself a log cabin. He's totally alone.
Makes sense.
He spent the summer before getting all the logs.
Jeez.
And he took the frickin' time to set up a camera and walk by it. Set up, like, stage these shots of what he's doing
That
in Alaska.
always confused me by these like Survivor Man shows. It's like, okay, the first thing I have to do in order to survive is I have to set up the tripod with a camera and make sure it's framed right, and then do everything within the view of the camera.
That's just how confident they are in their survival abilities. They could waste precious hours away.
So sometime late Saturday night, we're looking at the Plex again, and I see that Alone in the Wilderness, and I'm like, "Oh, isn't that the shit I yelled at you to turn the fuck off last night?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Let's try that again."
Oh.
We watch it, and dude, it's awesome. Check out Alone in the Wilderness if you can fucking find
Wow.
it.
I do love a quirky comedy
It's
documentary.
not a comedy. It's not
No.
a documentary.
Oh,
it
they
is.
said it was a documentary.
It's a doc. I'm sorry. It's not a comedy.
Gotcha.
like joke.
It's not funny. It's like it's this guy's crazy.
Yeah.
All the shit he can do. Back in '67, like when everyone knew how to change their oil, everyone knew how to work on their engine, everyone knew how to repair things, fucking build things. This dude just lived up there alone. He stayed up there until he was 88 years old.
Caelan.
And then he couldn't handle the winters anymore.
Caelan, if I dropped you into the middle of the Alaskan wilderness, how long would you survive? Do you think?
I don't know, how long does it take to die of hunger?
Right.
About that
cold.
long.
Yeah, me too, probably.
Or third. Well,
You also have to
find water.
You also have to
I can
weigh
find
in
water,
like
probably.
predators and the elements. Like a wolf could take you down well before you died of hunger.
That's true.
Okay, if I could give you,
There are bears. There are
if
bears out there.
if I could give you 2 tools, non-electronic, to take with you, what would you ask for?
Probably a big-ass knife would be one of them.
I'll take one big ass knife.
Something that's only good in close combat. Okay.
Well, I mean, you could, cut things.
Yeah,
You could cut
chop
other things.
chop
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
And, I don't know, a compass
Water
to try and
purifier.
find my way home.
How about a gun?
Well, you can run out of
I'd
bullets.
take a
What
roll
happens
of
when you
duct
run out
tape.
of bullets?
Take a Rambo knife and a roll of
You
duct
don't
tape.
you don't want a lighter, Caelan?
And it's not
It's not going to be getting high out there.
Maybe one of those
Can't
windy.
eat, but at least I can smack one out.
It's true.
Speaking of survival,
my e-vapes flameless.
I want my 4-foot double chamber bong.
Yeah?
And
4-foot double chambered bong?
yeah, it's,
Can you
it's
do
really
that?
8
You
feet.
can operate that with one person, or do you
Yeah,
need? Oh,
sure.
I need
Well,
a
that's why it's
4-foot.
split.
Well,
It's a
Dawson
4-foot
and I
double.
can. You
Okay,
maybe not.
I need,
4
yeah,
foot, but-
I would need an assistant for my second tool.
and a pound of mushrooms, right?
Because
you're gonna go out.
I have to
swinging.
decide between lighter weed.
Mm-hmm. Like the nugs aren't as dense.
Well, I'll tell you the
Maybe, I
answer.
don't know.
It's weed,
You're right.
because you can make fire if you really
Yeah,
really
that's true.
tried, but you're not going to make weed from nothing.
Leave me up there for
You could find
40
it.
nights. I'll shit fire. You kidding?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Forage for
Happen
some
one
weed.
way or another.
Public service announcement. Speaking of survival and bears, on Netflix, Bear Grylls, former host of Man vs. Wild, has a Netflix show that's one of those Netflix choose your own adventures.
Oh,
So it's a survival show, but you have to decide which choices to make.
Is there ever a
Your
choice
fate
where you go
changes.
back to your 4 seasons like you got caught doing?
Yeah, unfortunately not.
Damn.
Yeah, he did get proven to be a fake.
you did it. How'd you fare?
Oh, I did pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. One of the episodes I made it. The other one did not make it.
What-
Had to
I tried
start
it.
over. Yeah, it was fun.
What 2 tools would you take, Matt?
I would take a big ass knife, like Caelan pointed out. That's extremely versatile and useful. And I would also say a portable water purifier. You can do those if you're like an advanced hiker and stuff.
So you could drink your urine.
But you're in.
or river water. But
you can
too.
drink. You can drink river water up there.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
drink
die
river
dysentery.
water up
But
there.
the purifier probably safer. And Chris, you don't need the purifier for your own urine. It's sterile.
That's
Come on.
pretty true as well.
When
That
is Bear Grylls going to come out with a line of barbecue pits?
That's a great question.
That's what I want to know.
They have to be very large as well, enough to hold a certain
Whole bear.
angle.
And they got to come with like animals attacking you. And when you use this grill, you will get way too cold.
Yeah.
So we're going to need to find some shelter.
Why does my grill box have air holes? This is making me nervous. Gary, your 2 tools.
Well, I guess I can't argue with the big knife, but
Big-
I'm gonna go with like katana, like sword, so that I can put some distance between myself and
How-
anything that I'm murdering.
Would you holster it in your waist or on your back?
Don't be silly, Chris. On my waist.
How is that silly? Back
The back is way more
back is
badass.
awesome.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
gotta go
You ever
back.
see a
It looks cooler
serious
in
samurai
comic
doing
books.
that?
Leonardo?
Yeah.
Like I said,
That fucker's got 2 man
Yeah.
it's an American turtle that's into pizza. Get out of here.
You would holster your
I saw
katana
part
in your
3.
waist.
He traveled to Samurai Japan, goddammit.
Yeah,
I
he
saw
did.
it myself.
He's able to hold his own back then.
Yeah.
I think the ninjas in Batman also have it holstered on their back.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah, I think the back is just a cooler look too, and you want to look dope when you're
You do
trying to
want to look
survive
dope
in
when no one
Alaska.
can see you.
Yeah.
But that's why you set up the camera and you stage those shots and
Yeah.
then you walk in front of it. Look at me. So I'm here in the Alaskan wilderness with my katana. Notice how it's strapped to my back. So I look a lot cooler to that bear.
Yeah,
Yeah. I can
Yeah.
see it.
big ass.
Although I
Yeah.
will say, if you are being mounted by a bear, having it on your back is not going to do you a whole lot of good. If you're on your back, you got the knife or the sword is pinned to the ground. If you got it on the side, you can pull it out and shove it in that animal's
You can
neck.
shove it in that.
Shove it in that animal.
That what?
In their neck, but sure.
Yeah, shove it in the neck.
Well, that's one way of doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
See, I think we'd be fine in Alaska. Big ass knives, we're okay. All right, let's
Give the bear some flowers. Tell her how pretty she looked.
It works
I
everywhere.
don't think I'd try
I
to
guess
shove it in her
I guess
neck.
for my second item, I would take one of those windproof lighters.
Yeah. So
That's
okay,
pretty
so
good,
yeah,
too.
a windproof lighter. That's
But with
smart.
the knife, though, you could create a spark on a rock just
Well,
by
see,
scratching the rock.
yeah.
You could still get a flame going.
you trying to dull your knife, Matt? Or sharpen
your
it?
knife,
or sharpen it, actually. Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
that's a fair point. I would take a gun.
Can't drink water, but can kill animals for days.
Yeah. And then you'd be able to cook them with the fire you started with your big ass
Katana,
knife.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see you guys when you're shit out of luck, and I'll be there with all my weed and my 4-foot double chamber bong, and you'll be like, "Can I please have some weed?" And I'll say, "No."
The part that
You have fun with your covered lighter and your big knife,
well, here's the part that you're underestimating, Dawson.
katana.
I'm going to be the only one who can help you make your bong work because the water is frozen. So you're going to need the heat from my fire.
Not my. I fart fire.
Well, wow.
Fart fire first
So,
of all.
so far, there's 3 out of 5
Yeah,
of
I
us
can
who are
melt
having
ice.
problems with their stomachs and what they're shitting and farting.
Yeah. On the plane, he's eating a Nashville hot chicken sandwich, so he'll be okay. Caelan.
Yeah.
Last hypothetical.
Okay.
You heard all of our arguments of how we would survive. You get one partner in this
What
room.
were yours?
Oh, mine will be big ass knife.
And a stepladder.
Okay. Big ass knife and a potato.
Yeah, smart, like the Martian.
That's like the
what you're
Martian.
thinking.
That's exactly what I'm
Yeah, that's
thinking.
good. I like that. I like
I'll
where
live
that's at.
there. I don't need to find
Yeah.
civilization. I'll make my own,
Nice.
and I'll survive as long as possible. All right.
Just don't
Caelan.
run out of ketchup.
No, yeah, knowing all of our tools, and you know us as people too. Pick the one person in this room who you would want to be stuck surviving in Alaska with.
Choose wisely.
I would eat
this
you.
is very
Oh wait,
easy.
I said that too soon. Go ahead.
Yeah, it is very easy. It's got to be Dawson. I mean, I am totally fucked in that situation. I'm gonna need a rip from that.
Wow.
Fair enough. Harsh but fair. All right, let's get going with our final segment of the show. It's a moment we've all been waiting for. The Super Bowl of the Soup or Bowl.
I think it's the big game. I don't think we're allowed to use that term. It's the big game of the Super
Oh shit!
Bowl.
Thank you, Gary goes. Or what? Maybe I was saying it's the Soup Bowl of the Soup Bowl because it's just that epic.
Also fine.
Yeah, that's what I said. So make sure YouTube captions that right. All right, here we go.
Oh, no.
What type of foods might we hear of today? What might be the price? What might be the venue? So let's find out. It's time for Gary to say, "Hey, Matt."
What's on the menu?
Well, before we get into the Super Bowl final moments, we do want to pay tribute to those soups that were unable to make it. They were eliminated. Chris, if we could, I'd like some music, perhaps. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted, in fact. Let's just let this first verse just play out.
Sure, it's time.
Am I too outspoken? Don't I make you laugh?
This is what the soups are feeling.
Perfect song.
Try it harder.
Listen closely here.
Why do you see right through me?
A lot of soups are feeling that way right now.
Heavy.
A lot of soups. All right, so let's go through some of the ones that were eliminated. This is your last chance to pay tribute to them, if you'd like.
Okay.
We'll start with the chunk sipples category, all of which have been eliminated. First, the Citizen Kane of soups. Fitting that it goes first. Chicken noodle.
Oh, chicken noodle. Yes, we're gonna miss you.
We are. And right behind it, chicken tortilla soup.
Oh,
Lo siento.
Okay.
Then we've got minestrone.
I'm surprised you don't have some weird French way to say that.
Yeah. And lastly,
Italiano.
no one saw this coming. Matzo ball soup. Eliminated.
Yeah.
Not in the first round,
Shocking.
as Gary would have wanted.
Wait, what did it beat?
Miso?
Yeah, anything
no
can beat
fucking way.
miso.
It has to be the only one.
God, that's
Oh, no,
Matt's-
never mind. I did
that's-
go right away.
That's Matt's
Sorry.
Sophie's choice.
But you know what? It lost to one of our finalists, clam chowder. So, you know, sometimes when you lose to a team and then that team wins the Super Bowl, it's like, well, I mean,
Yeah.
that was obviously the best team. We were not going to beat it.
You always want your team after they lost.
There's
too.
an argument that you're number 2.
Yeah.
I would argue that is true.
Yeah.
This one's going to be real tough.
Bracket's number 2.
This one's going to be real
A
tough.
lot of
It's
those, a lot of those
Whoa,
cases that you
Chris.
cite.
Wow. Caelan, please isolate that where Chris just said this bracket is number 2. That will be added to our list of exhibits.
Now we're
Get outta
bringing
here, Chris.
This one's going to be real
When
tough.
did
for
Gary
Chris.
become a ranking member of the HSF?
Gary
the
Ghost
legal
represents
representative.
them.
You didn't read the cease and desist letter that the law firm, the
You
HSF,
hired him.
HSF
You hired him,
HSF
right?
hired.
So he speaks for the HSF.
That's right.
Absolutely right.
That's awful. That's just awful.
Yeah. It's okay.
He's on retainer.
Who else we got?
This next category has also been completely eliminated. There are no more representatives. The Soup Plantation category.
This is
First, the one I'm most devastated about, miso.
Still
Still don't know how that happened, but,
I know exactly how that happened.
but I know it's not rigged because my favorite left early. So obviously this is a very fair
not
tournament. Next up, a soup that nobody seemed to miss very much, wonton soup.
Yeah, it's great.
Yes,
it
My
really
favorite
is great.
Zeppelin song too.
Wonton soup. Of course, ramen.
Ramen,
soup,
very
it's noodle.
surprising.
No.
Ramen is
and what
fantastic.
Dawson learned was that there are other types of ramen besides the kind in the styrofoam cup that you heat up with the hot water.
And they all suck.
That one is the top.
A cup of noodles.
Nice.
And
I got
finally,
you. I got you.
Thank you.
Oh,
the soup that no one can forget.
pho. Pho.
Can we restart the song, please? All right, thank you. All right, that's it. Those are the 2 categories that have been completely eliminated, but we still have a few more soups to say goodbye to.
Bye, losers.
Later, bye, Felicia.
Carrie goes, how can you do that?
Dirty joke soup. As mentioned before, clam chowder is still in it, keeping the dream alive, but we did lose lobster bisque.
Good.
Best soup.
Good riddance.
We
Get the
lost.
fuck out of here.
Sorry, lobster bisque.
Anyway, it went far.
We lost broccoli cheddar,
Go.
and we lost tomato soup.
Go to hell.
Wow.
Wow, we
Me and
did
Dawson
really
are
went through a lot of
opposites
soups
when it
here.
comes to soups.
And finally, we get to the Miss Souplanius category. Albundingas, or Italian wedding soup, a.k.a. any kind of soup with meatballs. in it.
Meatball soup,
They're
yeah.
strong.
Cioppino.
Gonna miss it.
And finally, the Dark Knight of Soups, loaded baked potato soup. Which brings us to the final soup remaining. The soup that took down the Dark Knight, a.k.a. the Bane of Soups, French onion soup, still in it. And so now, thank you, Caelan. Thank you for laughing at that. So now we have the finalists. This is it. This is it. Clam chowder versus French onion. We can close out the depressing music now. Let's put some like sports music on. Thank you. You have like that super sports music that we used?
Yeah.
There we go. All right, guys. This is what it all comes down to. Clam
champion's
chowder
gonna be crowned
versus
today.
French onion. A champion will
Can't
be
believe it.
crowned.
It's been a long journey, Pepper.
Yes.
And I think we're in for quite a showdown today.
I hear you, Salt. And I would say that these soups, while they did deserve to be in the bracket, I consider them all seasoned.
Oh,
That's
very
right.
nice.
We're going to see one of these soups is going to get consumed. And is that the good or the bad kind of consummation or consommé?
Ooh,
You
also.
tell me.
I actually, now that you've said that, I realize we should celebrate the winner by all of us. We should order this winning soup, and we should all have it for lunch one day.
Is the HSF going to foot the bill?
No.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. You hear that, Kathy?
All right. Well, this is definitely tough for me, and that's why I'm not going to go first. I want to hear what everyone else has to say. Chris, we'll start with you.
Okay.
French onion or clam chowder?
I love them both dearly. They both hold a special place in my heart. It really is. It's a toss up. I could have either one any day, and I'd be happy. But thinking about the history of my life, all my Slumdog Millionaire moments of having soup, clam chowder wins. It's just it's nostalgic. I'm never upset to have it, and it makes my day better. I pick clam chowder as the winner.
Strong.
Gary goes.
While not my favorite, I can respect that clam chowder is a solid soup. But one thing that I will never think when I order French onion is how far am I from an ocean? French onion. Absolutely.
That's true. There are some
Doesn't matter how far you are from France.
I was going to say, there's the counter to that.
It's fair. That's the
Very
way I
true.
feel.
Very true. But even the canned Campbell's clam chowder, I'm down.
Dawson. Pat Sayo.
I could throw this whole thing right now.
You have to vote for one of the two.
I know I do.
Okay.
I know. And, I've been watching 30 Coins on HBO.
Hell yeah.
It's real good. It's solid. And the idea is that evil is a part of God. So if you are devoting your life to evil, you're still doing God's will.
Wow.
Heavy.
This is fucking heavy,
Heavy.
man.
That is.
It would be very interesting if in my condemnation of the HSF, I just decided that I'm going to be on the side of evil. And if I did that, I would vote French onion.
Oh,
Because French people are evil? Come on.
onions
It's
are
21st
evil.
century.
Onions are evil, Matt.
This bracket is an abomination.
Okay. Can we please get him escorted out of here?
Bracket
Bailiff,
is
if you would.
blasphemy.
The soups are cold.
Clam chowder.
Yeah.
Caelan?
I feel like you should go next, man.
Well, fuck it. I will. I was going to say between the clam chowder and the French onion, that was really tough. These are definitely two of my all-time favorite soups. I will agree with Gary. I do have to think twice about proximity to ocean when considering the clam chowder. And I'll also say I've had some funky clam chowder. That's why it's in the dirty joke soup category. I don't know where that soup came from. That's just weird.
You should always know where your chowder's
ate
from.
at that jazz club.
Well, who knows where it was from. The French onion soup, I've never had a bad one. I've never had a bad French onion soup. It also has the nostalgia feeling.
The subtext here is he never had a good one, but he's not going to say
I've had
that.
many, many good ones. I've taken pictures of other people's tables. That's how good it is. And I will say the turning point came this weekend after watching the first two episodes of Lupin. And I thought, you know what soup would he have? And it would be the French onion soup. So my vote is for French onion soup. The room is split. It all comes down to Caelan.
The man who has a drop that says, I love me some clams, goes French onion. Wow.
Some clam.
Well,
It's a good try, but the music's down. So
You still heard it.
it's a little faint.
You heard it.
this round is actually very reminiscent of a previous round in which the French onion soup that I do enjoy very much is the fancy soup, whereas the clam chowder is the homely, secure, comforting, dirty joke soup, which I'm already partial to.
Cinderella
You
story.
already knew I'm going clam chowder for the win.
Oh! Clam chowder wins it. What an upset. But as Gary stepped on what I was about to say, I don't really care who won that round because I love me some clam. Forget it. But I love me some clam. That's what's on the fucking menu. Great job, clam chowder.
Great
If
bracket.
you happen to go with me last, French onion was going to win. Because
all about the order.
I would have gone with the evil.
Yeah.
I would have gone with the evil, and I would have said, fuck you, HSF, HSF, HSF.
Well, listen, I feel like clam chowder may very well be the people's choice. You know?
Pho was the people's choice, I think. But
Fuck you.
So,
HSF, HSF,
yeah.
HSF.
well, great job, Matt. I mean, we did it.
Great
And we're
job,
still-
clam chowder,
We
everybody.
haven't
Did good.
we haven't killed each other. We may dislike each other, but
That was
we-
decent. I would say that was the best thing you've done since the Hunger Dome.
You were put through the
Thank you.
ringer.
And you
The
didn't
best thing
even
I've
do
done
that.
since the segment I didn't do.
Exactly.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm screwed because this has been my segment for the last 3.5 months.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. It's
So, I
been
don't
going
know.
that long?
I don't know. Definitely been going for a while. I'll have to think of some ideas. Thankfully,
Jeez.
restaurants are opening back up again, though.
Jeez Louise. All right. Well, that was a great journey. Long, treacherous, heartbreaking, everything. And just remember Kevin was like, listener Kevin wrote a comment, have any of you guys ever been heartbroken? I should have brought up when Fall lost, because that was probably the worst of it all. All right, that'll do it for Watercooler. Let's get our plugs in, and we'll be back for Patreon. Let's start over there with Caelan. What do you got?
Don't worry about me.
Gary.
For the patreon.com/watercooler. And for the Patreon listeners, we've got some stuff to cover this Wednesday that we alluded to last week. We'll get to it on that episode.
Yeah.
Very secretive.
Yeah.
Okay. In order to find out, go to patreon.com/watercooler. So clean, so fresh. Matt, what's up?
You can follow me on Twitter at Matt Fondiler, and I will also, speaking to Patreon, just say once again, fellas, you want a Valentine's Day gift that your lady will never forget.
Oh, man.
Get them a subscription. Patreon.com/watercooler.
I worry that...
And jewelry.
Enjoy. I worry that if we do that, we'll see an uptick in subscriptions, and then we'll see a very big drop off.
Yeah. But you know what? You'll be able to contribute to our Facebook question about your biggest heartbreak. So it's
yeah, there
really
you
like
go.
a fully interactive experience.
Yeah, that's what this show really is.
Yeah.
I love it. Dawson, what's up with you?
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Thanks for caring. If you have the means, microdose and get inside an Oculus and play Darth Vader.
Is that what it's called?
That's called Vader something.
Saber.
No, there's a Vader game.
Darth Saber.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, like Vader something. Vader Immortal. It's
Vader
called
Saber.
Vader Immortal.
Vader's Saber.
Yeah,
All right.
do it.
That's quite
Trust
a specific experience, but if you would
Well,
know.
if you got a friend that has it and you got access to some mushrooms, you don't need that much.
Dang.
You don't want to take that much.
Okay.
It's quite enjoyable.
I did it without the mushroom. Still cool.
You have an Oculus?
I actually went to one of those places where you like put on the whole gear.
It's a
and
Star
the-
Wars thing.
Yeah.
We did. There's one in Glendale.
Oh, yeah, we were
cool.
supposed to do that.
Yeah.
I talked about that on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were supposed to do that. I
I
still
did
want
it.
to do that.
It was good.
A guy brought an Oculus.
Same
here.
kind of thing with the Oculus.
Yeah.
It's ridiculously close, except they don't give you an actual gun.
An actual gun.
Well, the actual
You're not holding a thing.
You would be able to hold a laser gun
Gotcha.
when you do it at the mall.
Right.
Okay. But yeah.
Here you got a hand grip and it's a lightsaber
That sounds dupe.
and it's cool.
Yeah, I want to do that. I would love to just go have a lightsaber. and-
Stormtroopers are shooting at you.
Cut open
and
a tauntaun.
You gotta move your lightsaber to
Gotta block
deflect,
it.
and it.
Oh.
You're real good at it in the video game. All you're really gonna do is block it, and it'll bounce back and kill one of those guys.
That's what the Force is for, man.
Great, really great training.
That's how my buddy Steve explained it to me. He said,
Yeah.
"No, it's the Force. Bro.
exactly right.
It's not. It's the Force.
Yeah.
It's adding."
Believe in the Force. Yeah. Trust in the Force. As for me, I say watch. What have I been watching? Oh, Cobra Kai. I've been really enjoying that show. Oh, and play the game Rogue Company on PlayStation, Switch. I play that a lot, and I have a lot of fun doing it. So just some things to pass the time. And Watercooler will be back Wednesday. Or we'll record Wednesday, so I think it'll be
Wednesday
Thursday.
night.
Wednesday night, Thursday. So we'll see you there. Thank you again so much to everybody for listening, contributing, and being a part of the show. We really enjoy it, and we love doing the show. We'll see you later.